Say a boundary is pretty much something that some authoritarian body defines as an arbitrary establishment. It could be a border, it could be socially things you're not supposed to do. Personal boundaries.
Yeah, like going off what he said, it would be an established border or perimeter of something that belongs to someone or something, whether it's like a government or a person or a place, like a building, property.
Just in here. I think just the canvas.
Hi, my name is Dan, and I want to travel the world, and I have not done it because I am still in school and do not have the money or the resources for it.
Hi, my name is Mike Fleming. I'm a sophomore here at University of Illinois, and I've always wanted to skydive, but I haven't done it because I don't have the money for it, and it seems kind of scary.
My name's Evan Duncan. I'm an electrical engineering major, and I guess one thing I've always wanted to do is perhaps like play a show, play guitar, but I've never done it because I've just never taken the time to find people to play with.
Hi, my name is Max, and I want to run a marathon, but I've never done it before because each time I've thought about training, preparing, or each time I've started to, something else has gotten in the way. I've gotten too busy, but I think before next year I'm going to stop being too busy and actually get around to it.
Hi, my name is Kelly. Something I've always wanted to do is skydiving. I don't know, it seems like fun and like it's adventurous, but I've never really done it because like I'm kind of afraid of heights, like fearful, but that's something that I want to overcome.
My name is Yichen Liu, and I used to fear about go to skydiving because I was really afraid about even just standing at the edge of a very high place and look down. I can nearly just stand like anything on a skyscraper or something. But I have finally went to skydiving this spring break with a friend of mine. There is a lot of things I fear. So when I was really young, when I was on the plane, very young, I went to California and from Taiwan. And when I was looking out to the plane, I saw the sky, and it was just so tall, and I nearly like. I just can't really stand at that height, but when I just look down to the ground, it just feels very, very far away, and I used to fear height a lot, but since I was in my high school age, I started to know like there are people who jump out of an airplane, and that really surprised me, and that kind of boundary in my mind, like for the fear of heights, really confines me and just doesn't let me to do this thing. My parents certainly did a lot of support on me. At first they didn't really like this idea, but I told them like this is possibly the only time I will ever go to skydive, and I said this is probably the one thing that I wanted to do most in my life, that I really want to challenge myself, and my parents really supported me to do this. They said if this is the one thing that I really want to do, I really should do it. When I was driving to the skydive center, I brought a friend of mine to there, and we were going to skydive together. And when we were on the way, we were so scared. We have to like just cheer each other only to get to that place, because I was almost about to like turn the way back in the middle of the highway, and we went there successfully after all, and the worst part after everything that we have been nervous about when we were not there, is that like when we got onto the plane, and when you see because it's really a very, very small plane, and the fuselage is like so small, and then you can just see you can just see everything that happened just right next to you, and the door is just wide open. It's just covered with like a curtain thing that stops the wind from getting inside the plane. So when the plane took off, the plane just just elevated just directly into like 130 like 13,000 feet tall. And when you were like sitting at the edge of the plane, you can just totally like look at what's underneath you, and that is really nerve-wracking for me at that time. And I almost just screamed to my trainer to just let him just just probably go back and not do this, but that he really helped me to conquer this. And I mean, after like I was like just closing my eyes and praying for not dying, and I was just sitting at the edge of the plane, and after like just a mere moment, I just feel blankness, and I just started to fall. But when I started to free fall in the sky, the nervous, the anxiety doesn't really matter, because the speed was I was so fast. I was falling so fast. I literally cannot think of anything. And yeah, after like 5 minutes, we landed successfully. Not a single inch of skin damaged, and it went all really good. And I really felt proud of myself.